Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mace, coming to you from Canada. And yeah, traffic, I think, has to be one of the worst humanly possible things. Like, I think an apt activity for hell would be just sitting in wall-to-wall traffic on like a 4 or 8 lane highway in 40-degree heat with no air conditioning. Just, that's it. And then moving like 5 feet every 5 minutes. You know, people walking along the side of the highway are going at a much faster pace than you. Obviously, there's many cities around the world where traffic is simply excruciatingly bad. A couple of North American cities that come to mind would be like Los Angeles. I've seen the traffic in Seattle be really bad. Toronto. But pretty much any metro area is going to have its fair share of incredibly, ridiculously horrible traffic. There's cities within North America, but probably more so European cities, Asian cities, that just the public transit is so much better. And there's more options to alleviate some of that congestion. Let's check this out. The simple solution to traffic. Let's go.
Stuck at an intersection, you always watch unfold the fundamental problem of traffic. On green, the first car accelerates, and then the next, and then
And it
the
goes
next,
yellow.
and then the next, and then you, only to catch the red. Had the cars accelerated simultaneously, you would have made it through. Coordination, not cars, is the problem, because we are monkey drivers with slow reaction times and short attention spans. Even if we tried getting everyone to press the pedal on 3, 2...
Listen, you add cell phones into the mix, probably a good percentage of these people are using their phones at red lights. You see it all the time. I see it all the time. I'm looking left and right. I'm looking at drivers and they're like, their heads are down. They're looking at their phones. And then sometimes, you know, the light will go green. That's when you get the honks.
One now would be challenging. This discoordination limits how many cars can get through an intersection, and when one backs
extremely
up to
inefficient.
the next, that's when city-sized gridlock cascades happen, taking forever to clear. In general, more intersections equals more discoordination, which equals more traffic. This is the motive behind big highways. No intersections. Splits and merges, yes. Intersections, no. No stopping, no coordination problems, no traffic. Well, that's the theory anyway. Intersections outside of a highway will back up onto it, again, because human reaction times limit how many cars can escape the off-ramp when the light changes. But even without intersections, there would still be traffic on the highway. Traffic can just appear. Take a one-lane highway with happy cars flowing until a chicken crosses the road. The driver who sees it brakes a little, the driver behind him doesn't notice immediately and brakes a little harder than necessary. The driver behind him does the same until someone comes to a complete stop. And oh look,
It really is, a domino effect. And then a lot of the times that ends up with a fender bender because people aren't paying attention. It's not ideal.
cars approaching at highway speeds must now stop as well. Though the chicken is long gone, it left a phantom intersection on the highway. This is what's happened when you're stuck in traffic for hours thinking there must be a deadly pile up ahead,
There's
and then
not.
suddenly the traffic's over with no wreckage in sight. To your relief if you're a good person and mild annoyance if you aren't. You just passed through a phantom intersection, the cause of which is long gone. And this phantom intersection moves. It's really a traffic snake slithering down the road, eating oncoming cars at one end and pooping them out the other. On a ring road, a single car slowing down will start an Ouroboros of traffic that will last forever, even though
An Ouroboros of traffic. I like that.
there's no problem with the road. If the drivers could coordinate to accelerate and separate simultaneously, easy driving would return, but they can't, so traffic eternal. On highways, traffic snakes grow if cars are eated faster than excreted, and they shrink if excreted faster than eated, dying when the last car accelerates away before the next car must stop. Now, in multi-lane highways, there needs be no chicken to start gridlock. A driver crossing lanes
Yeah, but I've been on like the I-5 in near Seattle, and it's like a 10-lane highway, I think, and drivers are just insane. Like, they're switching lanes, they're weaving in and out, they're just totally unnecessary. And then you wonder why you'll get such horrific accidents.
quickly with cars too close behind is enough to birth a traffic snake that lives for hours and leagues. It's this quick crossing that causes drivers behind to overbrake and begin a chain reaction. But we can make traffic snakes less likely by changing the way we drive. Your goal as a driver
Not gonna happen, bud.
is to stay the same distance from the car ahead as from the car behind at all times.
It's a beautiful
Tailgating
dream, but
is
it's not
trouble,
going to
Not just
happen.
because it makes accidents more likely, but because you, as the tailgater, can start a traffic snake if the driver ahead brakes. Always in the middle. This gives you the most time to prevent overbraking, but also gives the driver behind you the most time as well. And when stuck in traffic, this rule would get all cars to pull apart the snake faster. That's the simple solution to traffic, getting humans to change their behavior, perhaps by sharing this video to show how and why traffic happens, why tailgaters are trouble, and how we can work together to make the roads.
Did a simple solution ever incentivize or work to alleviate a problem created by just stupidity? I don't think so. A simple solution cannot solve this problem. There's simply too many vehicles, an over-reliance, especially on single occupancy. Think about how many single occupant vehicles there are when it really doesn't make sense at all when you think about it.
Better for all. The end. Except, yeah, wishing upon a star that people are better than they are is a terrible solution every time. Instead, what works is a structurally systematized solution, which is exactly what self-driving cars are. Self-driving cars can just be programmed to stay in the middle and accelerate simultaneously. They'll just do it. The more self-driving cars at an intersection, the more efficient the intersection gets. A solid lane of self-driving cars vastly increases throughput. Actually, if you ban humans from the road, which we should totally do anyway, you can get rid of the intersection entirely. After all, a traffic light is just a tool for drivers on one road to communicate with drivers on another, poorly and coarsely. Red equals don't go now, we are coming through the intersection. Green equals good to go. But self-driving cars can talk to each other at the speed of light. With that kind of coordination, no traffic light necessary. Just as with...
I think people are going to be a little apprehensive or not necessarily trusting of that. For a while, anyways. I could see it getting there eventually when humans are, fat and very, let's say, useless because skills are going to deteriorate. Like, it's kind of like the conundrum of people. Remember, we used to always memorize phone numbers. We used to have to memorize things. We used to have to know things. But now it's just like, we'll just Google it, right? And then Google will tell us what we need to know instead of actually knowing things. Anyways, interesting video. I think it's a bit of it's probably almost a unachievable want or an unachievable goal to fix traffic in cities like Los Angeles, New York City, Toronto, Seattle. There's just so many single occupant vehicles, so much me, so much. I don't even know if selfish is the right word. It's just, it's kind of through generations been built that way with a catering and an obsession with making transportation and transportation corridors specifically geared towards the car. Yeah, that's it. All right, see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Leave a comment down below. Make sure to like if you haven't already done so for the old Ergo. That's it. Peace.